front, Calzeo. Full on row.
Kia ora, good evening, everyone. You are here with Boys Get Paid, coming at you live from the new Export Beer Garden studio with the Alternative Commentary Collective. Gee, it looks a little bit different tonight, doesn't it, lads?
You're fancy, isn't it?
Bloody crazy. Only one of my ears is working. Dan, are you okay there, mate?
Yeah, just trying to turn up the volume here, mate.
All right, okay. All right.
We'll be right.
Yeah, we're under control. Good to have you all here with us on a Thursday night. Hopefully everybody is enjoying their week and looking forward to the return of the Big E this Saturday, which is very, very exciting. It almost feels like a Group 1 weekend with the return of the Big E. There's so many good horses coming out, and we're ready to get stuck into it. So thank you very much for joining us. We want to get your comments in as well. As usual, let us know what your best bet is for this weekend. We will be getting to them at one point in the show. We're 4 from 4 with the best bet from the punters out there. Well, not us, but whoever wins the $100 bet, we're 4 from 4 with Luke, and it was first win in 8 weeks for you, mate, wouldn't it?
Aaron Viles, yeah, it goes all right. He talks a big game, but good to get one home for the big guy. AV, well done.
Absolutely. It's quite hard to get used to this new studio and this new setup, isn't it? But we'll get
Looking
there.
at ourselves on TV here.
Yeah, Luke, you're pissed, mate, so you must be feeling a bit shit. You had a big afternoon, haven't you?
Yeah, I'll bounce back. I'll be right.
Yeah, you're doing bloody well.
Thanks, mate.
Good man. Dan, how are you?
Yeah, mate, I'm good. Ready to rip into it.
Good. It's good to have you back, though, Luke. You've been away for the last podcast that we had. You were over in America at a conference.
I was at Mar-a-Lago, and I leave the joint. A week later, they're trying to kill the fucking former president.
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah, this was just this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we went to Mar-a-Lago, I think is the pronunciation, in a cab, and the cab driver is like, well, there's heaps of Secret Service here, all the stuff. You can tell the president or former president is not here because the Secret Service aren't here. Drops us at this bar, and we have a few beers there. Some American guy turns up, starts telling us about how he's trying to go and see the president because he's got some information that's going to help him win the election. The Chinese frequencies are going to help him, stopping him from winning the election, all this sort of shit. A week later, someone tries to shoot him again, and look up on the screen, and basically where they are filming from is the bar that we were at, sitting there listening to Old Mate, and I did have to wonder, holy shit, I wonder if it's that same guy. But anyway,
I thought you were going to just say that was the Old Mate I was talking to. I was going to say,
I hope not.
holy.
I did. I looked at the photo, I was like, I wonder, no, but it wasn't. Yeah, but crazy, like the country is just, yeah. But you get over there, and it's not the only thing that they're all talking about, but there's definitely a tension amongst that country of what's going to happen next.
You have a good time, though? You managed to sink some beers and enjoy yourself?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, it was good to get over there. Had to get up late in the night to be able to watch the racing back here.
Yep.
Shout out to Spark, $30 for every 2 gigs of data to be able to then roam so that you could watch the racing at the Hawke's Bay Carnival.
Is that good value?
Not really.
That's $30 for 2 gigs, eh? Yeah, no, that's
$300 to watch one race. What's
That's
it?
cheap. Yeah. But we saw Wits End. Wits End when I set my alarm to get up and watch the races, but I set for like an AM, not a PM or something, and absolutely cooked it. And then basically woke up, and I'm like, how am I not awake? I feel like the Group 1's been, and so I'm on the Love Racing site trying to find without looking at the replay, and I could see it wasn't Crecchetti. I'm like, holy shit, who's beating Crecchetti? And yeah, managed to get the replay up, and then Grail Seeker gets the job done, which I'm sure we'll get to.
Yeah, absolutely. That was very, very good. And mate, you've settled yourself back in. You did well. You made it to the Best of BGP last Friday morning. You've had Thursday morning. You've had a little bit of a break. You've now had a long lunch at Oyster and Chop, which is a fantastic establishment. You're ready to go for the podcast, and we are all very excited about the Big E being back. Dan, we were there this morning, obviously. Filming the Best of BGP and the Harness, the Friday night fill-up. And, it's really starting to happen this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm very excited. The Guerin Report, they went in depth about the track. And, I know nothing about agriculture, but it sounds like the horses are getting their toe in a little bit more, and the matting is now gone. So I'm really excited to see the track back. A little bit softer. The horses maybe not going to spring off the front as much as they did last season. So hopefully maybe we'll see a little bit of a fairer racetrack, I think.
Yeah. We'll find out this weekend, eh? It's it will be interesting to see. And it's been a tough road back, Luke.
Yeah, I hope that it all goes to plan for the Big E and P-Dub and everyone involved there at Ellerslie, because I've put a lot of work into getting that track to what they want it to be. And I'm sure that they'll make it happen, and they can shake off a couple of the issues that they've had, and then we can get back to racing at the premier track that is Ellerslie in New Zealand.
Absolutely. It's what everybody wants to see. Can't wait for it on Saturday. We're going to be there in a few weeks' time as well with the Everest. We've got the King of the Punt. And tickets are live. I think we've got the promotions out there going. We've got some people involved already, but we do need to find the King of the Punt out there, whoever it may be. Make sure if you do want to get involved, you get your tickets. Dan, where can people find information for this?
Yeah, with the events on Facebook, the tickets are all over social media as well. So maybe we'll do it in a few parts. I'll talk about the tickets, and then maybe Kimmy, you can talk about the competition. So the tickets to get in are $55. That includes a meal and a beer on the day as well. And I think we're going up into maybe the second floor of whatever the main stand is there.
Yeah. Yep. Good.
Yeah. But it's
an elevator.
It's prime viewing. And then so you've got access right to the grandstand outside, so you can see we're like right on the track, really good viewing. But $55 I think is super value. I think the whole idea of it is trying to make the access and those tickets as cheap as we can to get as many people to come along as possible. And then, of course, the entry into the King of the Punt is separate.
Yeah, so you did a good job throughout the week of telling people how to enter. And I think there's been a little bit of confusion as to the fact that you have to enter on your own, but you can actually enter as a team. But you have to have a ticket to get into the room. So that's your $55. And then once you're in the room, you can actually be part of a team. So there could be 4 of you splitting your $100 starting entry. So you could put in $25 each or $33 each if it was us 3. But as long as you've got a ticket, then basically you start with your team. So you start with $100 and you've got to turn it into the most. So the person who turns it, or the group that turns it into the most, will be the King of the Punt. We did this back in 2019 and it worked really well. And the winner will get $2,000 cash from BGP, $2,000 bonus cash from the TAB, a charter to Waiheke, the Chathams, to Stewart Island, wherever you would like to go, in a boat, courtesy of the Wish for Fish Foundation, and a BG paid number plate for your car, but you won't be driving home. And that's just the start of the prizes. But basically, you can also go bust earlier in the day and lose your $100, but you can buy back in. So it's not just like a one and done. Once you're in the room, you're in the room, but once you leave the room, you can't come back in. So once you leave, you're basically out of the comp, but you can lose your $100 and start again. There are some rules around minimum turnover by the time we get to certain amounts of time and whatnot, but the final and penultimate race will be, you got to make yourself to base camp with some rules before we then try and scale the Everest towards the end, and the person who has the most money at the end of it will be the King of the Punt.
Yeah, and the punting's going from race 1 at Ellerslie all the way through to the Everest Day where it closes off. And you can bet on any race throughout that whole period of time from race 1 Ellerslie to the Everest.
Yeah, on and off course, so you can watch the racing at Ellerslie, but you can also, bet off course as well if you're having a crack at Australia.
Okay. Sounds bloody good. Who's your King of the Punt, Dan? Who's the best punter you know?
I don't know. Actually, probably Ted.
Ted?
Yeah, right.
Probably
Yeah.
like the most consistent tipster I know. So if he punts the way that he tips, then he's probably it.
Yeah. What about you, Luke?
I'm hoping that the Butcher turns up. Double meat.
All the meat.
Yeah, Zach Butcher.
Zach Butcher?
Yeah,
Good punter.
apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Peter Leach, the Mad Butcher?
Oh, great.
He might be involved.
Yeah, love big sausage, that guy. What about you? What do you reckon?
Come out of retirement. Well, actually, my stats show that you're the best punter that I know, actually, from the stats that I followed last year, Luke. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. I'm not trying to kiss your ass or anything, but
Spreadsheet.
that's true. Yeah. It's the spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet this week.
Showed Luke-
This year's.
He's
got
on
him in
top
front
of
as well.
game
Wow.
this year. So,
Oh, come take me on.
Are you entering?
Fucking oath.
Are you going to wear a crown around your head as you fucking cruise around?
Certainly not. But,
I'll bring the smoke machine and some music, and he can walk in with a cape. Yeah. The crowd.
I think last time in 2019, I was gone by about 4 p.m.
Fuck, yeah, you'd get carried
it's
away
tough.
with that type of thing, wouldn't you? And Cup Week is also live. We've got tickets selling for Cup Week. We're going to be down there for the dogs on the Thursday and the trots. Absolutely can't wait for Pip's Puppies. They're going to be outstanding. Dan, where do we get tickets from?
Yeah. Well, so the pups on Thursday. It's $170. It's all inclusive. You get all your drinks and all your food. To get tickets there on Jesus, you put me off here. To get tickets.
Are you well?
Yeah, no.
Cups and pups. Yeah, it's in the app, mate. If you want to get along to the pubs.
Yeah.
What about the trots on Friday?
The tickets for the dogs, you have to email Sarah at ChristchurchGreyhounds.co.nz.
Our area is called the Kennel. If you want to come be a part of the Kennel.
Yeah, so $170 is all your food and all your drinks included. Email Sarah at ChristchurchGreyhounds.co.nz. We're going to have a private BGP area, but also like $170, all you can drink, all you can eat as well. It's going to be a good time. Friday, the harness, really exciting. We've got a little grass patch right in front of the winning post. That is $115. That includes your meal and 4 beers. Come on, guys, be professional. Four beers and your meal at the harness on Friday, $115. You can get the tickets. I think the ticket link is available on Facebook. It's on all of our social media. It's in the app.
Yeah, in the app.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, well done. You can find it in the app. You can find the dog event or the harness event. We will be running a punters club as well, but if you would like to come to both, then help yourself, or just one of the nights, then we'd love to see you there. The
Absolutely.
Kennel, yeah, the Kennel or the Cage.
I think we're also going to be giving away maybe some tickets and stuff over the coming weeks as well with HRNZ to a couple of different things, so watch out for that. So if you buy tickets, I think to the Friday between now and a certain date, we'll determine that. But we're giving away 2 tickets to the Tuesday as well for free.
And apparently on the Thursday night, there's going to be a slot race at the Dogs, which hasn't been announced yet. Yeah, it's going to be Tim Vogel versus Blake Buchanan. So Blake's going to be in the 1 box, and Tim Vogel is going to be in the 8 box. And they're going to be rugged up, and it's going to be a head-to-head from 305 metres.
305, I was going to ask the distance.
Are they promotional bets? Because Tim Vogel might not be able to get on.
Yeah, we're about to find out, I guess.
And look, we've soft-launched the Karaka Millions. It's all happening. Gee whiz, I can't believe it's 5 months away, but we're still into it. We're ready to go.
100 tickets gone already.
100?
Yeah.
Out of 850?
Yes, unreal, eh? So we sent out an email to all of those people who came to the 2024 Karaka Millions on Saturday, right smack bang in the middle of the day, as New Plymouth was being cancelled for the 38th time in its 39th year. And we had 100 people buy a ticket within basically 24 hours. So that event will sell out, but those people have had first access to those tickets. If you came last year and didn't get that email, let us know, and we can fire it over to you, because we will start to launch that a little bit wider and invite people wider than those that came last year.
Yeah.
Or this year, sorry.
I'm sure with Ellerslie returning this Saturday as well, people will start getting pretty excited about it, especially if you're on course. It'll be, you'll start looking forward to having a big crowd back there and things. So no doubt those tickets are going to go quickly. You will hear more about that. Those are the events coming up. Let's get into some racing, not for this weekend, but since we have been here 2 weeks ago, we've had day 1 of the Hawke's Bay Carnival, and gee, what a day that was. The sun was shining, the track was fast. Luke was up in the middle of the night watching it. It was outstanding racing for everyone involved, and there were some amazing performances, actually. The Colin Meads Stakes, Poetic Champion took it out. Everyone was on Move to Strike, Super Photon, and the like, but Poetic Champion jumped from not Boxer, we're still talking about the Greyhounds here, eh? Box jumps from barrier 1 and just cleans them up. What a performance.
Yeah, it was really good, and Savagli was really good as well from the back.
Yes.
Yeah, they look like a couple of really nice sprinters moving forward. It's going to be interesting to see how they go stepping up to the 1400 and up to the 1600. But Poetic Champion's a beautiful looking horse. Like, he's just there was something about his colour and the different spots and different colours that he has on him. He just looks like a nice horse. He's got a really good action. I think he's going to be a good sprinter moving forward.
Yeah, some of the feedback I heard afterwards was that 1,600 metres is going to be a real stretch. But, gee, if it runs like that over 1,200 metres, you just keep it going there, eh? Move to Strike. Disappointing. I think we've all got a futures bet on it.
Yeah, what have you done? What, have it drifted out? Have you put more on? Multi-man?
No. I'm pot committed at the moment on Move to Strike, but I don't know. On the face of it was quite disappointing, and I think they said they were a little bit disappointed and they came away from it. But when I went back and looked, he just looked like a horse maybe that needed a little bit more distance. So I'm not writing him off yet. I think we'll see in the Hawke's Bay. The Hawke's Bay Guineas is the next one, right? 1400. So I think we'll know a little bit more when they get up to 1400 how he's going. I'm hoping that he's been known to throw in the odd terrible race, and then he can come out and do what he did. Was it at Wellington? It blew over the top of them.
Yeah.
Was it the Manawatu Size produce or whatever?
Yeah, I think that was it at the end of the campaign. It could be the same for Super Photon as well. You probably wouldn't want to throw that one away. But yeah, that was a hell of a race. And then, Dan, when we were talking on the podcast, we were talking about Alabama Lass being far too short and wondering what was going on. Velocious was paying $650. There were some other horses there paying good money, and we were wondering where we were missing something, and we were definitely missing something because, shit.
Sleepy had put them to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just smashed them, eh? Yeah. She's good. Like, obviously, Velocious is having issues. She's gone away for an operation. She's gone out in the paddock and going to come back. And hopefully we see her come back to her best, because that would be good for the Marsh stable to see her back. She was such a great 2-year-old. But, yeah, sometimes it just happens. I thought Captured by Love was really good. And I think that's another one where we go, that's interesting. Let's see how they go up to 1,600. Sometimes the 3-year-olds can get away with it up to 1,600 just on raw ability and just because they're better than the other ones. But Captured by Love is a big, strong horse and looks like she's going to eat up the 1,600.
Absolutely. Those two fields at Riccarton are definitely taking shape, and the odds are definitely taking shape as well. I see Damask Rose is coming in some of those too. That horse has been bloody good. And the Tarzino on day one. Luke, you were talking about that right at the start. None of us tipped our Grail Seeker.
No. I think we're both just looking at each other. Damask Rose is now out. Is that right
in
for
the
the
paddock.
spring?
Oh,
Yeah.
really? What's
Yeah,
that?
in the paddock.
I missed that.
Futures bet's gone.
Oh, geez. You still get your $50 back, though, don't you? Is that right?
50 divided by the rest of it. Yeah,
Get
not
10%
idea.
of it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think just before we get into the Tarzino, those horses like Move to Strike and Super Photon, I think it's easy to get caught into the hype of, they're good horses, they should win every race, and then just sort of assume that, oh shit, what's going on there. But I definitely wouldn't be dropping either of those. Definitely keen to see how they go in the Hawke's Bay Guineas. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them knock it out and do win it. I hope for your sake that it's Moved to Strike and then goes on to those 2,000 guineas. But when Opie says to you, like, this is the horse, stick with, and it puts in a run like that, you just, as a punter, have to go, okay, you know what, like, write it off. Can't get that cash back, but I must stick with. Yeah. Anyway, Tarzino, Grail Seeker, huge win. There's been like a little bit of spruik from the stable around how good this horse is. I think we talked about it last season. And yeah, really, really, really good win, actually. Like, really put them away. Crescetti, tough. Like, very tough for the punters. It was all that anyone wanted to talk about. $2, I think. What did it start at?
About that 210, I think.
Yeah. So I think punters have had a bit of a blood nose, going into the spring carnival. And it's going to be interesting to see, what happens for that horse. And I don't know. Have you guys read, like, was there an issue or something, or?
No, I think they just put him away now.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a spell and come
Is that
back.
right?
Came back in the new year. Yeah. I think they just said, look, he's obviously done. He ran that first sort of like 600 really quick, like really aggressive. He actually looked like he was going to kick on the quarter, and I thought, oh wow, he's just going to beat them up here, and that would have been something. But yeah, just maybe he maybe just needs a little bit more time. Like lots happens when these horses go from 3 to 4. Look, we've seen Sharp and Smart, one of the best, go that we're seen as a 3-year-old more recently, go from that to 4-year-old to having a bit of an average season. I think they're doing the best thing by just saying, let's put it aside, give it time, and bring it back again. That first run at Ruakaka on a heavy track, although in that trial at Taupo didn't look like it maybe had done a lot to it, may have found the bottom of him too soon, and so they're probably making a smart decision by just putting him out.
I think that's one of those races where if you're a punter of Crescetti, for instance, and you do your ass, and you look at this horse Grail Seeker, like, how did Grail Seeker win that? You have to let the ego go and go, you know what? Like, this horse is probably a serious animal. And I think we've seen it with horses like Keep the Peace, for instance, going back a number of years at Hawke's Bay. To win this race, they normally go, like, you have to be a very good horse to win this, especially beating a horse that the whole market is basically, like, 50% of the market's like, right, let's have a go here. So I think Grail Seeker could be above Ordinary.
I thought I read somewhere, and I might be mistaken here, but I thought I read somewhere that may be considering the Golden Eagle for Grail Seeker.
Ooh, we can get behind that.
I would have thought so. I mean, that was really impressive.
It makes sense. Weren't you bowling around at the All Blacks game or something, and someone told you to back this one for
Yeah, I did see a couple of people from the O'Sullivan stable. I was like, hey, who are we back in this season? What are we back? And I woke up the next morning, I was like, shit, was it Dragon League? I'm like, nah, I think I could just hear Dan in my back ear. I'm like, nah, surely not Dragon League. I was like, what are they saying, Grail Seeker? So I actually had a little something on. I had, a little each way, so I woke up over there in
At
America.
32s?
No, mate, I had 21s. I paid 26 on the day. The futures, 21s. Got
nice.
unders. Yeah.
Good work, mate. That is sharp punting. It is bloody interesting
It
at this
wasn't
time. It turned out to be. It is bloody tough at this time of the year, the spring. We always talk about, like, by the time you get to the Livermore, the fields have completely changed complexion. There's all these superstar 3-year-olds that by the time they've come around to the spring, they've done so much as a 3-year-old. They're sort of not up to it for a certain period of time, and we're kind of seeing that again, unfortunately. So hopefully all those horses are okay, and hopefully they do come back, because we do love watching them. We do love punting on them. So, good luck to all the trainers and connections of those horses that are having to have a little spell. Mate, Luke, last on that day as well, the Blessed Bet, we've been going absolutely great guns with the Blessed Bet up until last weekend, unfortunately. But we were 3 in a row off the back of your form, and Wits End got the job done again to round out in Hawke's Bay on day one.
Yeah, again, I slept through that whilst in the United States of America. So I was on the Love Racing site trying to click through to the last race, and I could see there was like 4 messages on Messenger, and I'm like, oh, here we go. Maybe that's a sign that it's won, or what's happened in the Group 1. I was trying not to look at anything. And yeah, basically I hit play on the race, and then I was like, oh, fuck this, I'm going to speed it up and watch it in like hit fast 15, but I hit the middle of the screen, and the Tony Pike colours were around the back. I'm like, oh yeah, get up. Surely it's Wits End. And see that you paid like $3, but we got $5.50. Unbelievable.
Great odds. Great odds.
That was outrageous overs, $5.50.
The TAB, we're going to get to it as well tonight with the best bet, but the TAB are giving us some good odds on these Blessed Bets and Harness Halos, aren't they? They're really dishing out.
It's a long season, Matt. It's a long, long season. I think they know that.
It's a marathon, apparently.
Yeah.
They're letting everyone on now as well onto the Blessed Bet and the Harness Halo.
Everyone.
Everyone's on.
Oh, we can get to that, can't we? Yeah, geez, we've had some fan mail.
There's been some good tips over the last few weeks as well. Promised Land for Ted got home that day. The Harness Halo, Princess Sadie last weekend for the Scam Man. Gasso's been on as well. New Plymouth, unfortunately, was abandoned last Saturday afternoon, so Ted and the Goats didn't go around, but Ted's is going around on Sunday on the road to Jericho. Irrigate, and yours too, Dan.
Yes, Irrigate is going around. And Harmonious, which is actually a half the JBG, which I'm sure we'll touch on later on. But Harmonious was a Blessed Bet a couple of weeks ago. We went top 3 to play it safe because we thought, this horse could get beat. And it actually looked like it was going to win. It then held on for second, but it's a half to a good horse called JBG. So, yeah, we're in and around. And I think you might have mentioned on the Monday wrap-up where sometimes when we're tipping them, we might get beat, but put them in the black book because the next week, the week after. So, yeah, unfortunate we didn't get to see Harmonious go round on the weekend on that bottomless track at New Plymouth, but we get to see Irrigate go round on
Sunday at Waverley. I don't know if the odds are out yet today, but, Ted's really still keen on it.
There was a perfect example of that. I thought it was, I think it's called Brando. I think it,
in the harness.
Yeah, I think Markham or someone tipped it a few weeks ago, and it didn't win, but it won last Friday and won quite impressively and for a good price as well.
Yeah, we'll get to Joel, but he's producing tonight and he's putting some of these in the black book that we're talking about, I think. So that's good stuff.
Talking about black book, sorry mate, Joshua Brown, that one that you tapped last week. Holy, that was a very impressive win.
What a finish!
Double down on Joshua Brown.
Yeah, that was a hell of a finish, eh? I didn't think it was going to win at the corner.
Yeah,
but,
I didn't see it. I was at church, like I said on Best of BGP.
Yeah, you did, and you've got to give credit to the Goat and Ted there as well, because I think the Goat 2 weeks ago put it out as his black book runner. He just didn't quite get in quick enough. I think he was out for dinner last Wednesday night or something. So I thought, fuck it, I'm in. Joshua Brown is the best bet.
I don't think the Goat's off the mark this season, is he?
No, neither am I, but
he last year around Rickerton though was
just
on
went bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, like when he gets on a run,
shots,
it's going to happen. So you've got to stick with the Goat. You absolutely know he is going to win you plenty when he does find them. So stick with him.
They call him Guy Fawkes because in November when he goes off, you can't fucking stop him.
Absolutely fantastic, Lucas. Good to have you back. Righto, hopefully you're still with us out there, people. Get your best bet comments coming in. We want to know who you are betting on this weekend. We've got $100 to give out. Like we said at the top of the show, we are 4 from 4 this season so far for those people that we've given $100 out to. So make sure you get your best bets in.
And don't fuck it up.
Absolutely, don't fuck it up. We're going to run through some of the races at Ellerslie this weekend because, gee whiz, there are some good horses going around at Ellerslie. So there's plenty to get stuck into there. And then we will come to the best bets from the community straight after that. Joel's going to step in and let us know what's going on. So let's get cracking with Ellerslie Race 2. We've only got some open handicaps and rating 75s there at Ellerslie, but that doesn't matter because the quality of the horses is very, very good. Ellerslie Race 2 is an open handicap over 2,100 metres, and old mate Nereus is paying $2.05. We might have it boosted out to $2.50, which is fantastic, but there's some classics in there like old Khan Hunters running around, Nest Eggs running around, so it's a good race, Luke.
It is. It certainly is. And you've had your best bet, right?
Yeah, will be. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we're supposed to bless bet anyway.
Yeah, bless bet. Yep.
$2.50.
Yep.
There's no money for this horse yet, which I'm surprised about. I thought the punters might be going shopping early.
Well, it opened at
$2.05.
But 2 weeks ago, it opened at $4.50 and closed at like $1.60 or something. It was nuts.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the punters got hurt.
That would have been so good if it won.
Bad.
My word. What would it be paying in this if it won? Like $1.60?
Yeah, you'd think it would come into under $2, wouldn't you? I mean, it's the horse that sort of looks ready to win in this race, doesn't it?
Yeah, mate. I like this. I think we're going to end up racing on some sort of good-ish track, depending on what ends. Excuse me, how they're bouncing off this track. But we just have to forgive last start. Maybe a little bit undone, but Matt Cartwright, barrier number 1. I know that you like it, but good track goes all right, and at the distance, 3 from 3 in the top 2. So the $2.50 just seems like great money outside of it's an okay-ish field, but this is the standout horse of this race. So you're trying to look at who could beat it, and maybe Fly My Way at $5. And that's about it. Like I can't really pick anything else to get past this. So I'm probably going to be playing the Quinella come Saturday, but I'm definitely on the bless bet.
Nice. Well, Nest Egg's a good horse, but might not be set for this race. Dan, what do you think?
Mate, I pretty much came to the same conclusion. Like, I looked through all these other horses and tried to find an excuse and a reason why Nereus can be beat. I think stepping up to the 2,100 here, good track. Ellerslie, it's had 3 starts for 2 wins and a second. I don't know. I can't see it be beat. I can't see it.
My dad will kill me if I don't mention this horse, and it's one that you like too, Khan Hunter. Oh. He loves Khan Hunter, and I know you do too, Dan, but I had a look through it, and it's been running basically every race since February 2022. It's bloody amazing.
And just 6-0 on a good track.
Yeah, that's the issue, and it's also carrying 60 kgs, and it's generally been sitting around that 54, 55 kg mark, so it might be a little bit tough on Saturday.
Yeah, it's got a claim, so it's 58, but yeah, Ellerslie, it's 2-0. Good tracks at 6-0.
The only other one I saw was Dodgy One. This horse has been over in Australia, and I'm not sure if you saw it on day 1 of Hawke's Bay. I think it was in the Promised Land race. It's a big grey. It was just running into horse ass the whole way down the straight and couldn't get anywhere. Looked like it really, really wanted to. So paying $12, perhaps it's a top 4 bet in this race. I don't know, but if you check the replay out, you might see what I'm talking about. It was very, very, very unlucky. So, who knows what this horse is all about, but it could run a top 4. Let's see. Hopefully Nereus can get the job done. Righto, Ellerslie, race 5. I know this is a race that everybody is very, very keen on here, sitting in the Export Gold Beer Garden studio because, Jesus, there's some good horses, Luke.
Yeah, this is a hell of a race. Now, Luberon is drawn out in barrier 10. This is a horse that was favourite on Karaka Millions night. Now, I believe that it had a bit of an issue on that night, but it was backed into $4 on that night in the Westbury and basically ended up running last. Now, it's come back, it's had 2 trials. This is that horse that last season we were looking at going, fuck, if it can just run straight, it can just beat anything up. And then it just seems to find issue after issue. But first up, it's 2 from 2. So we know that it can run fresh. The good track is going to be the interesting part of this. Like, it's won its races on a soft track, but it's 1-1 on a good track. I'm with it. I think that Noble will know what he's doing with a horse like this. He'll want it to be winning. So I've put it on top. I nearly made it my best bet, but it's just hard with these sprinting type horses, and especially ones that have things that have got knocks against them as such. Do you make them a best bet? But We've got a pretty tidy field here. Marshy's got Merchant Queen in there as well, $6 into $4.80. We've seen that perform pretty well at Ellerslie already. You've got the likes of Bella Luce as well, paying $20. And then Twain, which is a little bit of the unknown, our very well-bred Pur Encanto out of Fleur de Lune. And this horse is drawn out in barrier 11, but it is $7 into $6. It has 2 wins from 2 starts. I'm going to take trust around the combo. Warren Kennedy, Lance Noble, Luberon. The money was on Karaka Millions night. Yes, they had an issue. There's no money on yet, but I'm going to stick with the ship, and hopefully the class will prevail and we can get a $5 winner home and look back and go, fuck, how'd they give us $5?
Luberon really hurt me. I think it was Boxing Day at Pukekohe?
It's like you've just come from your counsellor, eh? Yes. You're like, yeah.
Was it Boxing Day at Pukekohe where it was leading by 5 lengths and it ran out to the outside rail?
Come to see you in the grandstand, mate. Yeah.
But I remember because I had a decent multi finishing on it. Like, I think it was
You had a multi?
Yeah, it was the first time I've ever had one. And I was about to win it. Luberon was 5 lengths ahead and then decided to go fucking sail out of the crowd.
That was quite bad.
Yeah, so
Luckily,
and then
the horse was okay.
and then a little bit after that, I was like, I'll chase my cash. So I had a decent punt on it for the 1,000 guineas. And of course, Molly Bloom
Ran fourth there, did it?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
It ran quite well.
It did run quite well. Yeah.
It was beat at Pukekohe. It was beat by Pendragon and Quintessa.
Yeah,
okay.
Good horses.
Pretty good
That
horses.
doesn't stack up. And then then it's had its issue on Karaka Millions night, and yeah, I think we just have to write that off. And now it's then gone and had 2 trials, which has run second and first. I think this horse could be back, and I think that we could get paid. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. What I was trying to say is I'm chasing my cash.
Yeah,
but I think it's a really good horse. I think it's the best horse in the race, and I'm going to be taking it at $5.
Nice, $2 a place as well.
Yeah, that's good money for the place. I know Pericles has done okay as well. Merchant Queen, you were real keen on it its first run at Ellerslie. I think it was on Benny Stag do, Luke, and you got paid plenty that day. No danger of it doing exactly the same thing and just kicking out from barrier 1 and just leading and not being...
Pinging off the front.
Bring it off the front at the Big E.
The horse will Ben. For sure. I mean, barrier 1 as well, Craig Grills, he'll pay the bills. 6 into 4.8. You'd have to say that there's a fair bit of confidence around this horse getting the job done again. Now, it wasn't like Taupo, you've always got to look at those races and go, oh, shit, it's just such a niggly track. Now, this horse was favourite. It was 2.7. It got beat up by a horse called Trobriand, and that was a huge win. But, yeah, look, that was on first start back, right? But then off to Hastings. The money is always on this horse and beaten by Navigator as well. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, they're definitely going to be chasing something down. I'm just hoping that Luberon is too good for them. However, I'll probably end up with a saver, some sort of Quinella play as well.
Nice. I think I'll follow you into Luberon just because you've got so much confidence around it. Like I said, you're the king of the punt, mate, so you've got to follow Luke into that. I do like Merchant Queen, $2 a place. That could be a good little saver too, because if it does get ahead, it may be difficult to chase. So, right, let's move on to race 7. Another open handicap, and shit, there's some good horses coming back in this, lads. Habana, Harlech, Seamus, they're all in there. And of course, Orchestral and Campionessa, which is pretty bloody exciting, to be honest. Orchestral was possibly, outside of Imperatriz, New Zealand's best horse last year. Putting it out there, I think everyone would agree with that. What an outstanding horse. It sounds like Orchestral is going to have a reasonably quiet season, as we talked about. 3-year-old, 4-year-old can be pretty difficult, but shit, this horse is something pretty special. So, it's good to see it back at the very least on Saturday.
Yes, such a good race this, and it's awesome to see this horse back. A real performer, this horse, and we draw barrier 1, paying $10. The only knock on this horse is the fact the 1400, it's had 7 goes at it and hasn't won. So Rudyard, I don't know if we can be on first up, but of course you're talking about Orchestral. Gee whiz, trialled up massively. This horse hasn't won first up. That's my only knock. That's my, as a punter, don't you? But that trial was pretty bloody impressive, and the good track's not going to worry it. Second up, this horse is 2 from 2. Maybe it's forward enough. Like they've been playing this sort of chess game with this horse by the seams of kind of, we don't care what the best fucking races are. We'll tell you what race we're going to put this horse into, and we'll just win that. So maybe Grills just, gets it out at the right time, goes, be senior, this horse is fit, we'll put this one away, and then they're off to, whatever race they want to go to next. So bookies obviously running scared 2.2. It's already 2.25 into 2.2. I'd say there'd be a lot of Australian interest watching this one as well, which is good to see. We're going to have Australian viewers watching back at the Big E in Orchestral, which they'll be familiar with from the Karaka Millions. Yeah. So it'd be cool to keep the story going. I'm sure J-Mac will be keeping an eye on this. But yeah, there's some serious horse flesh in here. We've got Habana, Campionessa, Rudyard, to name a few, even down the bottom of the book. Sabina.
Another James Wellwood runner.
Yeah.
Big opinion of it, apparently.
So you would have to think on pure class, you got to put Orchestral on top, right? Got to be too good for them. But we're punters. We're sick for it. Sometimes we like to think, can these horses get beat? Habana can go pretty good first up. I think I'm probably too much with my heart on that, and I'm going to lean towards being smart with Orchestral. The best horse should win this race, but I think we'll see Habana flashing home. It's just going to be interesting to see how Ellersly's playing in terms of how much these horses can actually flash home on this track, but I guess we'll find out on Saturday.
Absolutely. Danny, you on Campionessa or what's going on?
No, not over that distance. I'm going to be on her at some point this season, that's for sure. I can tell you that right now. I'll be punting her at some point. She's a tough mare. And something like this, I always ask the question about this fresh up, like, a $65,000 race at Ellerslie, do they want to win that? Of course they want to win it and they want the horse to win it, but it's not something they want to win. There's going to be bigger targets than this. I think if they seen her take a sit quite far back and just run on nicely, I think they'd be really happy with that. Yeah. And then so what that means is then it's tempo related, and so it has to be a really good tempo early for her to be able to get over the top. I think Sabina's a bet in this. She's 1 from 1 second up, and she's run 2 second placings over the distance as well. I just think, I think that's a bet for me at $23, and then you get $4 something a place, or $3.50 top 4. Sorry, I just think I'll have a little each way on that. I won't have a big bet in this because Orchestra could just come out and smash him.
Yeah,
Habana could just come out and smash him. But I think just value-wise, if I'm looking, those horses are all fresh up. They've got way bigger targets ahead. They're not really keen to win this race. Of course they want to, but it's not like their ultimate goal. I think a horse like Sabina with Karen 54, $23 and $3.50 top 4. I'll just have a little each-way play on that and enjoy what I see.
Same race multi, top 4. Into Orchestral top 2, $7.25. Would that tempt you?
Yes, please.
What was that? Sorry, Sabina.
Top 4.
Yeah.
Orchestral top 2, $7.25.
That's far out. That's really good money.
I'll put $50 on that.
Yeah. You're into it, mate.
Can we get the Wi-Fi code here, Hot
nice.
Joel?
Yeah. Come on. I kind of feel the same as you. We've seen so much over the last few weeks that it's it's a bit of a worry. We've seen Crocetti trial really well and then come out and it ran well at first up, but second up was just nowhere. Velocious has come nowhere. I couldn't have a bet on Orchestral at $2.20. I hope it does come out and absolutely smash them because I want it to be that good horse. Roger James said that he reckons as a 5 or 6-year-old it could be one of the best weight for age race horses in Australia. He probably wouldn't just go around saying that kind of thing, would he? So that's pretty impressive. So I'm just, regardless, looking forward to seeing that horse. I know this is bloody weird, but Arby has run... Arby has run top 4 in 2 fresh up performances. Arby's not a bad horse over a long distance, and I just wondered whether at the odds it might be worth a little top 4 crack. So I'm going to have a crack at Arby top 4 and just enjoy the race and see what happens.
There's always something for you, eh? You're always just finding some...
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they win. It's sort of, they more often than not they don't. But yeah,
like it, mate.
Arby, no interest in Arby. Geez, come on, guys. I don't know. Let's see what's going on out there in the community. Joel, mate, welcome. Thank you very much for helping us out tonight, brother. It's good to have you with us.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
You got any best bets out there, mate?
From me or from the
From you, man. From you. Go on, Joel.
yeah. So Joel's got
Joel's
into,
best bet.
everybody that's listening, Joel got into horse racing because of Ted's best bets. You're a big fan of Ted.
Yeah. A few of my mates and I just we're kind of degenerates all around and just enjoyed winning from Ted's tips, so it just kind of became a habit. But this week I really like in race 9 at Randwick, I Am Me, J Mac aboard, 55 kgs, paying $2.60 at the tab at the moment as well. So I bet Bella Nipotina last start, and I reckon it can do it again in Group 2 racing.
Have you just worked that out in the last half an hour, or were you pre-planned?
I saw a few people talking about it, and we were at race 2 weeks ago, and I really like Bella Nipotina as well, and last time it just shot out in front of her, so I think this could be a great bet for the weekend.
Absolute legend, Joel. There you go. I Am Me. Race 9 at Randwick, was that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joel Moon. How good. He spoke
3.8
for the
into
Warriors.
2.6. Joel Moon, yeah.
Joel Moon.
You can come back again. Maybe you can get us a blessed bet next week, mate.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think that'll be too good.
What about from the community, mate? What do we got?
Scott Murray loves Orchestral, race 7, Ellerslie. Daily Micklejohn, Randwick, race 3, Snowman. Brad Ager, he likes Caulfield, race 6, number 11, commemorative. Jack Walker, first race, Biggie, Perfect Mans.
Oh, yep.
Coming through quite a few. Tomorrow, Topor, race 2, Sweet and Sassy at $5.50. That's Zane. He's a big fan of that. And then, Charles Gillett, he says, Arby just needs to get out early, could do anything.
Arby.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Oh, that's good. See? Told you, fellas. You know who's the trainer there? Darren and Briar Witherley of Arby as well, you know? Briar Witherley's an absolute legend. Good trainer.
A few more coming through. Steve Lister, he likes Fangirl at Randwick. That's about $2.20, I think, as well. Joel Betty, he likes Just Ask Me, race 6, Wanganui. Habana, race 7, Ellerslie.
Ooh, who said that?
Mark Maynard, he likes that one.
Anyone tipping Tim Vogel from the one box?
Yeah, there was Andrew Fitzgerald. I'll have 50 on Tim Vogel.
He knows. He knows. There we go.
Outstanding. Right, who out of that's going to win the $100 best bet? Who knows? We'll find out on Saturday.
There's still time to get involved because we'll leave it open for another 24 hours. Is that right, Brackman? You usually pick them out. You've been doing well picking them out.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'll pick one probably at about 10 a.m. on Saturday. Maybe next week we'll do one for Friday. We'll do one for the harness.
Okay.
For the harness lads next week.
jinx it.
This week we'll if we pick it up, we'll keep going until we get a loser.
Good idea.
Love it.
Joel, anything else over there, mate? The red light's still on?
Caleb Larson, he likes customised race 4 at the Big E. Someone said Ellerslie race 8, Cast of Diamonds. That's Tim Griffith. He thinks Maddie Cartwright's making New Zealand racing his bitch at the moment. So
Cut that. Cartwright. Hey, Joel, what are you most looking forward to seeing in the season, this coming season?
I'm a big fan of Orchestral, so I would love to see Orchestral over in Australia again. I've heard big raps about the Everest. I missed it last year, so very keen to see. Hopefully, I wish I win take out the Everest.
Nice. Are you going to come along to the King of the Pump? Bring the lads along.
I know I'll be there. I think we'll enter a team.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think we'll be pushing too hard for King of the Punt, but
Never
we'll
know.
be there.
Love it.
Anything
Brilliant.
can happen.
You just never know. It can be your lucky day. Hey, get involved, Joel.
All
Good
you
work,
need is
mate.
one big multi. That's all you need.
How many times can you buy back in? That's
Mate.
Yeah. Get a few
Find
people
loads of rules on the
together,
day.
mate. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Joel, and thank you very much, everyone, for your best bets. Whoever's got that $100, I think will be announced on Saturday on social media, so good luck if that is you. Lads, anything else this weekend that you like? I know we've got a few from Ted that he's keen to announce, but is there anything else in any other races before we get to the best bets that you guys like, Luke?
Come back to me, mate.
Off to you, Dan.
Yeah, mate. Strathay's going around again. On tomorrow night, Friday, in the Newcastle Cup, Newcastle Gold Cup.
Right.
$8 at the moment. $8 and $2.40 over 2,300. He was a little bit flat last start, but I'm hoping he's going to win this race, and then he's going to go and win the Bart Cummings, and then he's going to make his way into the Melbourne Cup. Fucking unlikely, but that's what I'm hoping for. So Strathay's back again. Love this horse. The other one, I actually do have another one tomorrow as well. I'm just trying to look through my black book. How do I find that? Where is that in here?
In the meantime, I'll go to Wanganui, race number 4. Hopefully no one's got a best bet in this race. I don't think so. Horse called Spencer. Now it's in barrier 10, which is a little bit niggly. We're going to get $4 on the odds surge. Now, this horse was second behind Hi Yo Sass Bomb and beat up. This horse doesn't mind a wet track. I thought $4 was pretty good in a field where, yeah, there's nothing too much sticking out. I thought we might have got 5 or 5.5, but anyway, happy to take $4. It has drifted a bit, which is a little bit ugly, but yeah, that's where I'm going to have a little play, and doesn't mind the distance and the course, and gets through the mud, which I think it'll be pretty dirty there. So Spencer to get us done in race number 4 at Wanganui.
Nice, mate. I see your old mate Durham Lands in there, and Ladies Man returning too. That's an interesting race.
I had one at Taupo tomorrow, race 2. Sweet and Sassy. I thought it ran really well last start. My comments were flew home last start, follow up to 1600. It's not stepping up to 1600, it's sticking to the 1400. But I think it's maybe worth an each way go as well. $5.50, $2.05. Sweet and Sassy, race number 2 at Taupo. The only other one that I want to throw out as a bit of an odds one for Saturday.
Super Duper Luca.
Yeah, Super Duper Luca and Menangle. He's going around. No. I think it's, where are we, race 6? It's a bit of a hot field, but this horse loves Ellerslie, and I almost made it my best bet, but I thought I need to pull my head in because I've not hit one all year yet. But Son of Sun. I remember, funny enough, your mate Daniel Narclay tipped it out to me about 5 minutes before it started, paid $10 at Ellerslie on Derby Day.
He picked it out from the yard, didn't he, that day as well? It just shows what a great man.
What can't he do?
And so I got a bit of cash on it that day, but it won really impressively, and those 2 wins that it had back-to-back were really good. It's second up now. Warren Kennedy on board. Warren Kennedy's got to be on for some reason. $23 and $6.50 a place. I just think that's a really good field. There's a lot of very good horses in that race. So, but it's got a good barrier. Maybe one of those sort of ping off the front jobbies. $23 and $6.50. I can't let that go. I need to have a little each way go on that.
Yeah, I see it's nominated for race 8 as well, but no jockey. So, yeah, they've obviously chosen that race. So that could be a good bet at the odds, mate. You found a few at odds, hopefully, on Saturday. Yeah. I thought Cast of Diamonds, somebody called it out. I was tossing up making that my best bet, but I just wasn't sure about second up. Never entirely sure. So, yeah, that's last race at Ellerslie. Anything else, Rackman?
No, that's it for me.
Happy there? Well, Ted's got a few that he is loving. Some of his old favourites back over in Australia. I know at Caulfield, another Will in race 5. Not back, I think this is second up, but it resumed with a strong win on the track 3 weeks ago, making it 6 wins from 9 starts and can repeat. Dan, you better get a big multi running into another Will at some point again this season, because we followed that with great interest.
Yeah. Okay, yep.
Maybe don't do it to yourself, mate. But yeah, race 6 Caulfield, Jimmy Starr as well. He resumes over 1,100 metres, which may be a little short for him, but he does go well fresh, and he will be closing strongly. 10 starts for 5 wins. And, of course, Gringotts as well. Randwick, race 6, is Ted's old favourite. Fresh up, 3 from 3 last campaign. So why not have a crack at those 3? Or chuck them in your black book, Ted reckons, as their horses to follow. There's a few Kiwis out there as well, lads. Trust in You. I know it's not like a big horse in New Zealand circles, but it won the Dunstan.
Stayers final.
Yeah. That's on Aussie debut, Randwick race 5. Not sure if we should get involved with that. You guys got Bellatrix Star on the weekend just because it's a Kiwi, so trust in You.
I mean, basically because we knew it was going to win, not just because of the Kiwi. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay.
What's Trust in You paying on Saturday?
He is far out, $67.12.
Sheepers, reapers.
Are we having a crack at that? Absolutely.
What, first up over 1,400 or something?
No, he's third up.
Third up.
Yeah, he's third up over 2,000.
He's had a couple of runs in New Zealand, eh?
Okay.
Okay, hang on.
Leading into this.
Let me just have a little...
The other one, while you're looking at that, Rackman, Caulfield race 7, Pennywecker and Positivity ran really well first up in Australia as well. And I know that's racing against each other, race 7 at Caulfield. So, Dan, what happened to Trust in You there, mate?
No, I'm just...
Putting a multi on Super Duper Luca. He's actually getting a bet on. I love it. It's fired up.
Get distracted. Right, let's move on to the best bets from the lads for this weekend. We've got Taupo, we've got Addington tomorrow night, we've got Alexandra Park, we've got the Big E, we've got Whanganui, and there might be a couple of harness bets on Sunday as well. So let's get cracking with the harness bets. I can kick things off perhaps with the Scan Man on Friday night, Addington Race 2. He's going for the Mantis, paying $2.70. Win a super race against some nice 3-year-olds last week and was unlucky over the last 300 metres when looking for gaps. The start prior ran a slashing second when doing plenty of work. With any luck, looks tough to beat on Friday night, so that can kick your night off well at Addington. Dan, you found something at Alexandra Park as well, mate.
Yeah, I did, and I've gone to race 7, the Group 1 Caduceus Club Fillies Classic. I'm Sandra D. Now, fresh up, this horse went huge. It had the fastest last mile, 800, 600, 400, and 200. Came from last and flew home, came home quite nicely. 2 starts ago, this horse galloped twice, still went around, raced really fiercely, sat parked, and then still stuck on really gamely for 4th. This is a really big, strong, strapping filly. I think she's really progressive. They're going to go really hard in this race. The big money's up. I think she's going to get a nice drag through. Hopefully she's going to be able to sit a little bit closer than she did last week. $8 and $2.40. I'm big on this one.
Very big. Love it. And Fitzy's going to Mocho Carrara. Is that on Sunday?
Sunday,
It's on
yes.
Sunday.
Sunday session. He'll be at church, so he won't be able to watch it. But take after him, take after me in race number 5. Grand Campaigner has great manners. Expect him on speed in the fast lane. In the fight lane? Oh, in the fight lane. Fucking fight lane. Right, where am I? That's about all we got.
You've done bloody well, mate.
Expect to see him in the fight club.
Oh, fantastic. I think Gasso was on a race 10, but he's been scratched, Dan. So do you have old Matty Markham's harness halo and best bet for this weekend, mate? You
Well, Gasso's given us another one.
Has he?
Oh.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
Late mail.
Gassed up.
So
He
Gass-
did, we should tell the other one that he liked too, that old $26 shot, old Buckskin. Oh,
Yeah.
no, that was in one of the lads races.
It was Diesel. Gasso's Diesel.
Yeah, maybe
No?
we'll throw that one
Oh.
out there in a little bit. Was it Gasso's Diesel? So
remember.
Gasso's best bet. He's got a Motocarrara on Sunday, race 8, Zia Bromac.
Let's see what you've done there.
The odds are not out yet, but we might get $8. Racing well of late, usually an on-pace runner, but from the draw will settle midfield. Big long straight will suit. Grass no issue. Loves a stand start. So that's Sunday Motocarrara race 8, Zia Bromac.
Okay.
There we go.
And the harness halo, Rackman?
The harness halo, Matty Markham has gone to race 7 at Addington. Charlie Brown, 2 brilliant seconds and the 2 lead-up races to the New Zealand Trotting Cup behind Dalton Shard to start the campaign. Unlucky to have not won both of them. Great form from the stand. Will eat up the 20-metre handicap, and it runs anywhere up to his last 2 efforts. He'll win this.
Is this a
$2.70
standing
open price. Looks go
Are you
money.
throwing your
Yeah, it's a
head-
standing start.
You're going grass harness.
Standing
Is it-
start.
oh, is it
Standing
grass?
start.
No, it's Addington.
Okay.
It's Addington standing start. This thing goes all right,
Right.
and then we've got it boosted out to $3.50, $2.70 out to $3.50.
That's crazy, isn't
Maximum
it?
bet $100. Gamble responsibly.
Yeah, maximum bet job, Rackman.
Anyone
BJ.
can bet on it.
Anyone.
There we go.
Even Charlie Brown himself.
That's the hardest halo on Friday night. Charlie Brown, race 7. Have a crack at that on the futures page. What is it? The futures page of the racing
Racing
section.
section.
It's the racing section on the futures page.
Yeah, just find it. It's there on the left-hand
The
side.
harness section of the racing futures. And
Yeah.
why is it so hard?
It's a real tongue twister.
Hey, we'll put the link into the app for those of you who can't find it. You'll be able to click on the link and you'll take yourself to the futures section of the racing page.
Jeez, that's a bloody good idea, Luke. That's outstanding, mate.
Easy. We'll put it in the email tomorrow as well.
Yeah, good. And there you can also find the Bless Bet this weekend, which, like I said, for some reason it's been given to me, but I think no one else put their hand up. And everyone was very keen on Nereus, and I've made it my best bet for this weekend. The TAB have boosted it out from $2.05 to $2.50, which at this point in time looks pretty silly money. It was the best bet for me a couple of weeks ago when it got crunched into $1.80. Couldn't quite get the job done that day over 1,600 metres. Matty Cartwright was racing on Wolfgang, who beat it that day. Matty Cartwright jumps on Nereus this Saturday up to 2,100 metres. Loves that distance, 2 from 3 over that. And I think all of those punters that lost their money on it 2 weeks ago can hopefully get their money back on it this week. That's the blessed bet, Nereus. $2.05 out to $2.50. Race 2, Ellerslie. Rackman.
Yeah, mate, I'm going to Ellerslie, meeting 2, race 3, Jack Crab. And I think this one was actually one of Ted's best bets. Hopefully it doesn't run like a crab. Hopefully it goes straight and fast. It ran well last start at Ruakaka. Still looked to do a few things wrong. It was a little bit green down the straight. It's drawn well. Again, Matt Cartwright riding out of his skin. $4.80, $2.05 looks good enough for me.
I'm going to do Whanganui, race number 6, JB Jesus. I hope this horse wins. The Dream Team combine. We get Adrian Bull times Kelly Myers, like Matt Cartwright, riding out of her skin. This horse loves the wet track, loves the mile, and loves the track as well. Time to get our Cup Week cash back. Get it done, JBG. We'll put the yellow caps up.
Is there a first past the post market on this race too, Luke? This is the metric
I
mile,
only go
isn't
past
it?
the post once, so fuck, I hope he is.
Oh, right, yeah. Good point. It's a 1,600 metre race, isn't it? Righto, there you go. Ted's Best is actually tomorrow at Taupō. Taupō Race 7, My Annie Bell paying $4.40. Nice mare resuming following a trial win at Te Rapa last month, and the half-sister to Melody Bell did well on debut, so she does go well fresh. I know Ted's liked this horse all last season, so he's taken the opportunity to make it his best bet. Taupō Race 7, My Annie Bell. Who's got the goats, lads? Who's in?
The goat, you'll be laughing all the way to Thad Taylor's house with this one. Whanganui race number 7, Comedy. Trialled nicely on a wet track before its last run at Hawke's Bay, so should handle the wet. Whanganui track on Saturday looks a winnable race for it. Get stuck in.
Outstanding. Like we said, when Goat is on, he is going to be on. I think it's paying some good money there too, so you might as well have a crack at it. We, those astute listeners out there may have realised that we don't have Matty Punt IQ's bets with us this year. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit short timing for him to get them in, but he is posting them online, isn't he? So if you do want that, you can find it.
Yeah.
Where?
At his Instagram, at Punt IQ, you'll be able to find that. Yeah.
Have a crack, I think. Why
How's
not?
he going?
I don't know.
Anyone?
I haven't been following.
No,
I did see that he had a Wednesday fill-up because I watched a story. I seen a story. He got a winner and then a Quinella as well.
Doesn't Matty always have a fill-up? You always say you're at the races with him and you're struggling, and he's like, "Well, fuck, mate, what are you talking about?"
Loves it. They call him mobile over there. Yeah. Always filling someone up. Yeah. Now you can find his best bet. I'm pretty sure he's posting it and a little bit of a preview of the odd race on Instagram each weekend, but probably on a Thursday or Friday, I think, or even a Saturday morning. So look up Punt IQ on Instagram. You'll be able to find it.
Absolutely. Outstanding. Good luck, Matty. Righto, lads, that wraps it up. Make sure everybody out there gets your King of the Punt and Cup Day tickets. They are live and on sale now. We can't wait. We can't wait for the Big E this Saturday. We're actually heading along, aren't we? We're going to be hanging around the Ascot stand at some point. Joel will be there too. It should be a bloody good day out, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I was having a look at this poll earlier. Who's coming on Saturday? 86% of people said they're going to stay on the couch.
What?
Seems lazy.
Is that right?
Yeah. Anyway, if you are there, we'll see you there. Let's have a bet, an easy bet, and a bet on Hibana and
Yeah, absolutely.
0%ers.
Hopefully we will see everybody there. Hopefully it's a good day out for Ellerslie. Good luck to the Auckland Thoroughbred Racing Club as well for the return to the Big E. Everybody is really, really looking forward to it. Can't wait to see everybody there. As always, thank you very much for joining us on your Thursday evening. Good luck if you're having a crack at some of those best bets. Good luck to you lads on the weekend. We will see you on Saturday.
Bright and early, let's go.
And we'll look forward to seeing you guys next Thursday again for day 2 of the Hawke's Bay Carnival, Rackman.
Let's go.